Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Thomas Jefferson said, "If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done." Benjamin Franklin said, "Without continual growth and progress, such words as improvement, achievement, and success have no meaning." Basically, get off your duff, get to working, you've got dreams, you've got goals, you've got to do what it takes to get them. Like, subscribe, comment, show what your opinion is. Let me know if you like what you've seen. And I thank you for your support. Howdy, folks. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. I've got a link tree down below. It's got my social media, got my Patreon. If y'all want to contribute or talk, any of the above, hit me up. So, I'm going to review a book called The President's War by Chris DeRose. 6 American Presidents and the Civil War that Divided Them. Now, Chris DeRose is quite fascinating. Got a good resume of books, and I am probably going to try to find some of the other ones. This gentleman wrote a fascinating book here that talks about the history of the various presidents. John Tyler, Franklin Pierce, Millard Fillmore, James Buchanan, Martin Van Buren, and Abraham Lincoln and what they did both in Congress, outside of office, and while they were president that led up to the Civil War here in the United States. It's a really good book that breaks down and brings to light information that I think everybody should know. Now, I will admit that while I love history and I am fascinated with early American history because, well, heck, I am currently working on editing and revising a book so I can send it off to see if I can get it published. The President's War told me things about John Tyler. Well, all 6 of these presidents that I didn't know. I already knew quite a bit about Abraham Lincoln. I'll admit to it. Martin Van Buren, I'll admit I did not know that much about him. And he worked hard to make sure Lincoln didn't become president, failed, but did support him in his efforts after Fort Sumter. James Buchanan, already knew that he was a failure as a president. He's actually, in my opinion, the worst U.S. president we've had to date. I know people keep giving these modern lists, but James Buchanan really is, in my opinion, the worst president that we've ever had. He had all this promise, all this experience, but he was such a failure. Franklin Pierce and Millard Fillmore, they both, like the things that I found out about them, and then there's John Tyler. John Tyler was a Confederate. The day he died, he was a member of the Confederate Congress. He was a huge supporter in this. James Buchanan had folks who worked actively to support the Southerners becoming the Confederacy. This book goes into so much detail. It is well written. I sped through this book. Oh my Lord, did I speed through this book. It was that good. And in all honesty, all the facts that I found out, John Tyler and his Confederacy, Franklin Pierce was just some of his writings, seriously, you should read up on the writings because this book gives you so many of those writings. And I honestly think that this is a good book for you to read if you don't know this time period. If you are a student of history, if you are a student of the Civil War era, if you're a student of politics, This is an excellent book to pick up. If you want just a good read, this is a good book to pick up. This is one of those books that covers so many people in what they could be interested in reading. Yes, this is not a fiction book. This is so much more. Yes, you could learn quite a bit from it, but you could also be entertained just for the simple fact of that you're learning from somebody who actually knows how to write, how to tell a good story. It doesn't get bogged down in minutia. It tells a story that even some fiction writers can't do quite well. So, pick up the book. You will not be disappointed in any way, shape, or form. Believe me, it's well worth the read. Now, y'all have a good day. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker, and I'm out of here. Bye. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.